Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. We meet again today. Today we are going to continue the discussion on descriptive paragraph. In our first video, I have shown you the definition of the descriptive paragraph. The definition as well as the topics that can be explored in writing descriptive paragraph. In this video, I'm going to share with all of you on the structure or the basic structure of a descriptive paragraph. The structure, what I mean by the structure over here is not the structure of the sentence, but the structure of the paragraph. For example, if you are running out of money, for example, and then you are asking some money from your parents, and then you text your parent. Of course, you're not going to text your parents directly by saying, send me some money, for example, like that. But most people will have something to say in the beginning. Something like, hello mother, hello father, how are you today? Those kinds of things to open your communication. And then after you open your communication with your parents, then you will state what you want, what you really want. And after that, there will be closing. Maybe in closing later, you will say things like, thank you, bye, I love you, things like that. And it also happens when you write a paragraph. In descriptive paragraph, we have the structure, the generic structure in three elements. The first one is identification. The second is the description. And the last is the conclusion. The first two elements, which is identification and descriptions, are compulsory. Compulsory here means that you have to have the identification as well as the description. For the conclusion, it is okay if you have it. It is also okay if you don't have it. No big deal. So in writing descriptive paragraph, the first you have to have identification, and then description, and then followed by conclusion. So what is identification, by the way? Let's have a look. So identification contains about the introduction of a person, place, animal or object will be described. Here in identification, your paragraph first should mention what is the topic of your description. If, for example, you choose a cat as the topic of your descriptive paragraph, then you will introduce the topic to the reader by writing, for example, my cat's name is Jamila. So by putting that sentence in the beginning of your paragraph, people will understand. People will find out that the topic of your descriptive paragraph is about a cat named Jamila. So if you want to write about our president, for example, Jokowi, then you have to introduce his name. You have to mention his name in the very beginning of your paragraph. If you want to write about your house, then you have to mention or to state or to write the house in the very beginning of your paragraph. All right, let's move to the second element. The second element of the generic structure is the description. Ladies and gentlemen, everyone, I think you should pay attention that actually the description is the core of your writing. This is the detailed information, the value of your paragraph. As I told you in the video of the definition of the descriptive paragraph, that the description is the key element in your paragraph. The better the description, the clearer the image which appear in the reader's mind. So, in the description, you have to write the details of, for example, if the topic is the animal, then write about the animal, probably the color of the food, how it looks like, the eyes, for example, the food, those kinds of details. So once again, this is the core of your paragraph, the description. If you only write a general thing about the topic, then the description is not good. The description should cover the details of the information of the topic that you write in your descriptive paragraph. And then the last, everyone, the last is conclusion. As I told you earlier, that conclusion is optional. So having a conclusion in your descriptive paragraph is optional. You may have a conclusion in your descriptive paragraph, or if you don't want to have conclusion, it's okay for you. Just finish after the last description of your topic. But if you have the conclusion, then the conclusion will contain summary of the content. So summarize the content in 1 or 2 sentences. The points, the details of your description can be summarized and put them at the end of your paragraph. And also, the other way of having conclusion is reiterating the topic sentence or reiterating the identification. You can mention again, you can rewrite again in different phrases. You paraphrase the first sentence, the identification, and put it at the end of your paragraph, and it becomes the conclusion. So that's the structure of the descriptive paragraph. Thank you. We are going to meet again in the next video. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.